Hello, my name's Michael Farmer and I'm the Advisor Man. Today I'd like to talk to you about estate planning and making sure that your wishes are actually carried out upon death. So, estate planning. For me, it's more than just wills and power of attorneys. Estate planning is about making sure that those funds that you've got upon death are transferred to the right people at the right time with a minimal fuss and tax. So that's where I'm looking at it. And it's making sure about, especially in regards to, say, cash, and a lot of people are finishing their lives, owning houses and having good superannuation and things like that. And it's making sure that those funds are transferred to where you want it to go, to whoever you want it to go. Now, you might have heard the old saying, where there's a will, there's a relative. And when there is a large pie to be cut up, everyone comes out of the woodwork and wanting their share. Now, their share may be valid, may not be, but, if you're a rally or if you've had something to do with someone, it's kind of worthwhile putting up your hand. Now, a good will, if a solicitor's spoken to you right and taken in your needs in consideration, would probably have provisions for any people that could actually contest a will. So exes, family members, people that you were in business with, whatever. Someone can put up their hand, and it comes down to the executor fighting it out in court, to make sure that those funds are transferred, to as per the tester's, wishes. But it can be very expensive. The executor, at the end of the day, has to fight on your behalf. And if that executor, is like just passing money out to people, how hard are they going to fight? Are they going to take it, through years of litigation and all those type of things? Or what normally happens is they settle. And say, for instance, if you had a big pie and there's a whole load of people, relatives, nephews, nieces, brothers, sisters, whatever, all coming along, kids that you disinherited, all coming along looking for some of the pie. How can you actually, protect that money? If you, say, for instance, you had a couple of kids and you wanted the money to go to one, the one that liked you. The other one that didn't, caused you hassles and all that through your life, whatever the purpose, people will be able to put up their hand. So you say, Advisor Man, right, thanks for telling me all that. What can I do? Well, the best way of actually securing your wish and saying, right, I want that money to go to that person, or I want that money to go to that charity. Charities never defend this kind of stuff when it's contested. But in regards to those type of things, is to actually take that money out of the estate. So say, for instance, you had an estate and it's worth $2 million. You've sold a house, you had a bit of superannuation, the bond from the nursing home came back and all those type of things, and you got about that kind of money. Instead of having an estate of around $2 million, what you could do is actually take it out of the estate and put it into a different entity that you control. But therefore, the monies that are in your estate, in your own personal name, might go right down from that $2 million down to, a few thousand or so. You still, look after all the people that you need to in your life and things like that. But the bulk of the wealth can be in an entity that actually goes to someone that you want and can't be contested because it's not in your name. And how we do that is via an entity called insurance bonds. And insurance bonds, kind of think of it like super. It's a wealth that's not in your name. It has different laws. It's run by the Life Insurance Act instead of the via ASIC. But because it's not part of your estate anymore, you can set this up and you can set up a nominated beneficiary. It's a little bit different to superannuation, where a beneficiary needs to be a close family member. So you can have anyone. You can have a specific person that's not related to you. You could have a charitable institution if you wanted the monies to go there, or you could have a family member. Doesn't matter. But what does matter is that if you set up these beneficiaries and have the monies correctly invested, and that investment could be cash, could be anything. You don't worry about the investment, you worry about the actual flow of the monies going through. But what happens is, if you were to set this up, upon death, if some people wanted to actually contest your estate, what they would be contesting is those remaining monies just under your own personal name. So the names, your bank account under your name, shares that are under your name, if you had a house, whatever. That's what's left in the estate. But if you pulled the money that you want to go to a specific person and not be contested, that's what you could do. They never have been contested. The actual, it's not an executor that would fight this if someone tried to do something. It's the trustees and the ownership of the actual insurance bonds that do it. But what it is a guarantee that upon death, that those monies will be transferred as you want, and it can't be contested, held up in court, hoping that the executor, fights on your behalf and all those type of things. It just takes a lot of stress, a lot of, unknown out of what's going to finally happen to your money. And you can make sure that it's secure, and it goes to the person you want to. I just wanted to talk about that today. I wanted to talk about that security of that transfer of assets. Making sure that it goes to the right person at the right time with the minimum fuss. If you're interested in something and hearing about this and would like to speak to me about it, I'm the advisor man, Michael Farmer. I'm a certified financial planner at Wealth Initiatives. My details are in the link. Give me a call and we can have a chat about how we can help you secure your estate, your legacy, what you've got, your last wish. Thank you very much. Bye.